What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to today's installment of Mike's Vehicle Vlogs. It is a gorgeous April 15th today, 2023. It is probably close to the mid-70s right now. We're supposed to get up to 81 today. Sun is out, and today is the day that we are going to attempt to replace the broken seatbelt buckle in the Saab 9.3. So I'm actually on my way back from what used to be a Saab dealership. It is now like a Saab service center, and they sell used cars and stuff. But they have a little mini junkyard of old Saabs in the back for parts, and I contacted them for the seatbelt buckle, and we have a used seatbelt buckle here today. So it was $40. That's also including the cost for them to go back and pull it out for me. And now we get to go home and attempt to change ours ourselves. I always say this, and sometimes I'm a liar, but it should not be a complicated process. This really shouldn't be all that hard. We do have to pull the seat out of the Saab, and that's about it. So I have to hit up the hardware store real quick because I need to buy a Torx bit set. I do not think I have a Torx set at home that's big enough for the bolts that we need in the seat track. So I'm going to hit up the store first, and then we will go home and attempt to take this out. And hopefully we will not be out there too long to do this, because I don't feel like getting any kind of sunburn today. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So as mentioned, gorgeous, like 80-some degree day. The wasps are already out. If you've been a long time subscriber of the channel, you know every year there's an issue with the wasps. So anyway, this car has not been started in a long time at this point. I'm going to move it down the driveway a little bit so I can work on maybe being away from the edge and those holes there. So we'll start it up. She always starts. It's amazing. Turn that down. Whew, rather toasty in here. Non-working AC car, by the way, unfortunately. My stepsister was told it needs a compressor coil. Whether that's the case, I don't know or not. So anyway, yeah, if you watched the last vlog that we did on this car, which wasn't too long ago, it was actually about a month ago. So this car has been sitting here for at least a month. We just put some clean oil in it, so she got a nice fresh oil change. The odometer has not moved. I've had this car running one time since the oil change. This is the second time. I was going to drive it, but this seatbelt buckle broke in the video. Actually, we were going to take this car to go pick up the oil, and it's stuck in the down position, so the buckle, or the latch itself, will not go into the buckle. So that being said, we do have a used Saab 9.3 buckle here. As you can clearly see, the button moves up and down, whereas this one is stuck down. Yay. They did tell me it was a working buckle. I guess before we go any further, we can actually attempt to buckle it up. Hold on one second. Let's grab the buckle here, or the latch. Oh, what a solid click. There we go. All right. So yes, we do have a working buckle in our possession. Now, to get the seat out, I was also informed that it's really not that bad of a process. Again, as I've mentioned, who knows if it's going to be or not. But I guess in the back here, when we have the seat moved up, There's 2 bolts that connect the back seat frame to the floor, and up here there are none, because I guess the front of the seat, oh, it's okay, girl, it's okay, we're gonna take care of you. The seat frame, I guess, kind of pivots and tucks into the body of the car, so there are no bolts up front. She might be running out of gas, I don't know. The gas gauge is not 100% correct when the car sits for a while, so if all goes well today, we will take it down to the gas station and get some gas. Oh, yeah, she's sputting. Also, the front right tire is also going flat, I think. So, alright, so let's move it down the driveway just a little bit so I can kind of get a better angle and I'm not close to all the studs and the holes here from where a garage once stood a long time ago. And we will attempt to get this buckle out. That will do. All right. So like I said, I'm not sure. We may have to pull the airbag fuse, because I think we do have to. Well, we might not have. I don't know how well this seat's gonna maneuver if it's just loose. You know, I'm still under the impression that we have to pull the entire seat out of the car to get the wiring and such all configured underneath. I don't want to pull the battery because we need to do this. Well, maybe we don't, because if there's no bolts up front, then we may not have to really worry about it. Alright, so what do we got back here? Alright, so yeah, there's a Torx bit there, Torx bolt, a Torx bolt here. And like I said, I was told from there you, I guess, kind of pivot the seat upward. These. What? One of those. Huh. Anyway, so you pivot the seat upward and then you can pull it back, and then that's kind of how you get it out of here. I see some yellow wiring, so that's going to be part of our airbag. See it going up into the seat somewhere, I think. Does that whole connector come out? Is that the one I have to look at? Let's see. Where does it? It wraps around. See, I'm not sure yet, so because we can't really see all that much under there. So we'll get our bits here. I just bought these because I don't think I have any. I didn't think I had any good Torx bits here at the house. So these are brand new out of the package. Yeah, that one's too big. Let's try the next one down. Perfect. So that's a T50, I think. T50. Alright. Let's get our ratchet and see if we can get those loose. Ooh. They're coming. They're tight. They're coming. Probably got like factory Loctite or something on them. Yep, the blue stuff. Alright, so there's one. Oh, man. That's some good stuff. If you have like a battery powered impact or something. Probably really be beneficial right now. I don't have one here at the house anyway. And even so, the one that I have at work probably wouldn't be strong enough to really break this free until a certain point. All right. So now I'm just gonna turn this car off. All right, so the seat is lifting up all right. I don't really know where to pull it, but oh wow, yeah, it is out. Look at that. Sweet. All right, so that really was not as bad as I was thinking it was gonna be. All right, so now I have to go. I'm gonna go get my knee pad. Ooh, penny. We'll get my knee pad, and I can get under there and maybe see what kind of wiring we got to deal with. All right. What am I disconnecting? All right, so where's the seatbelt wiring? That's what I want to see. How do they have the seatbelt wire? I see the little wire. Okay, so it runs up here. That little thin wire's the one. I mean, we may not have to actually take this entirely out of the car. If I can actually move the seat back far enough, we may be able to just get it from that side over there. Maybe. Not a guarantee. Okay, I am thinking that maybe if I can use both hands and I use this hand here to kind of hold up, then I should be able to actually get room to that hex bolt there, which I believe is a 16. And that is the bolt that holds that seatbelt on. Then from there, maybe then I can deal with wherever the wiring may go. So how else can I do this? If I move the seat back, since we still have power, I don't know how much further back that's going to make a difference. So, because the track is bottoming out here, so I can't actually get the seat back anymore. But if the seat itself is moved back, the buckle may then move with it. So I just don't know how far back, if that's really going to make all that much of a difference. Let's try to move the backrest up some. That may also help, actually. So backrest. And then try to move the seat itself back. Okay. That's not bad. That might help a lot, actually. So, oh, maybe not. Hold on, because now we do have the carpet hump. But again, if I hold it up like this, that may actually help us. All right, I'm going to try to go with that. All right. So that's out. Now, the routing. So, this is where it's going to start to get tricky, I think. So, all right, judging from the looks of it, now that the buckle's out, it's going up behind this cover. It's tucked in behind the cover, and then from there, probably under the seat. See if I can actually get this thing to maybe sit upward, maybe. Got to be careful because I got a module under there, the audio, part of the audio module's under there. Alright, so yeah. So the actual wiring for that seatbelt buckle is going up behind here, back through here. It is like zip tied into all this other stuff here. Actually, on a side note, that seat, I just put the seat rest up more, and it almost flattens out the seat, man. Look at that. kind of surprising. Thought maybe then I can get away with that, but I don't know. I still don't know if I want to mess with all of this without, you know. See, now, if I can get into this, there's a chance, because everything's plugged in individually. I just gotta figure out how to open this thing. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna keep going here. Now that the seat's actually up a little more, I'm gonna keep going with this and see what's gonna happen. Alright, so there's a piece of zip tie that wraps around the end of this here. You can kind of see where it splits into two. Right around that inner groove there, there's a zip tie. So I just broke the zip tie off. I have another zip tie in the basement we can put around it if we have to. And now, I think now we just got to pry around the tabs of this top piece here. Yeah. And that should open this part up, and then we can see. Oh, there we go. All right. So the one with the blue and the yellow, I think that's our seatbelt color. Let's look at the other one here. Blue and yellow, yes. Okay. So this is how that looks. The next question is, how do you get this open? Purple tab there. Is that your lock? GM, baby. It says GM on it. Alright. Huh. How do you unplug that? So for some reason the camera shut off and missed some highlights of this little journey. To unplug this thing, it was actually not that complicated at all. I was kind of overlooking it, but basically, how's that thing gonna go back in? So probably like this. Yeah, so when you have that connector in there, all you have to do is on the side here, you just carefully pry, grab your wire that you want to unplug, and you just kind of carefully pry this little plastic piece here. That's all there is to it. Then we got this thing here that this airbag wire comes out of. You have to open that up. I'm trying to now work my way of getting this old connector through this conduit here. So you have to kind of open this thing up, just kind of carefully pry around the tabs. Be mindful of what wire you're messing with there. So try not to stab into it or something. And then from there, I'm just pulling this out of this conduit. As far as I can anyway. We have a strap here that's probably in the way. At this point, we could probably pull from this other end here to get the wire to where we need it to be. Somewhat like that. Will this fit through there without me having to cut that zip tie? I mean, I have zip ties. Just trying to do this without really messing up whatever factory, setting is here, but I don't think that's going to work. So we may have to cut this zip tie on this strap here. Let me try to use both my hands to do it. But I don't think that's going to happen. And then we're going to have to open this upper piece of this conduit also. Do you stretch? There we go. Stretch over it. There we go. Alright, good. Okay, so now we need to kind of pry this thing open. unfortunately. Okay, that whole collar comes off. Oh, they taped it in there too. Okay, no they didn't. Okay, here we go. Alright, so from there, this is going to be the kind of crappy part, because I don't think, if I cut that, this is one of those clips that has a built-in zip tie, so if I clip that thing, all of those wires are going to be undone. And I really hate to have to do that, but I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to get this wiring out. And then from there, it's literally just kind of on its own after this little bunch of wires here. So I gotta think of a way to zip tie these together, because I don't want them to hang and stuff. I mean, they're going into this conduit. It may not be that big a deal. They're not going to be in the way of anything. So yeah, and then we got to take that back corner piece off, and then we can start routing the new one in. So nearly not as bad as I thought. He gave me that. Oh, cool. Okay, so the guy at the dealer, or old dealer, actually left me these push pin things. So that's good. At least we got those to go back into here. Because I'm not sure if we're going to actually be able to get those out in one piece without them breaking anyway. Those are kind of weird. Alright. Alright, so I had another idea. I cut the end of the old one off. And then that way I don't really have to mess with this being, you know, the way it is. Then when I get my new one routed through here, I can just zip tie my new one to this existing loom here. And then that way we won't disrupt that. So now I can pull that through. I already undid these, and now we just have to head to that back corner and take that back piece off and reroute this through there. Okay, so having the seat kind of up like this is going to be a little bit of a problem. So now we have to take, there's a bolt here and a bolt there, and I think they are T something or other. T I think it's that one. T20s? What is this? Yeah, T20. Did I bring 25? We might as well check 25. It could be 25. Oh, 25 it is. Alright, so from here, we should be able to maybe pull all of our... Maybe. We're snagged on something. Oh, it's that other clip there. Hold on, let's see. So that should go through here. There it is. Alright, and then it's technically out. And then they had the bottom half of the buckle wire kind of like under here and then wrapping through here. So that's what we're going to try to do with it now. Alright folks, so we got our new wiring all routed into the conduit. So as you can see there, we got it snapped in there. We got it snapped in there. I think the wire on this particular one is a little shorter than the one that came out of here, because you can kind of tell the one that was in here has a part where it was zip tied. It was bunched up, like wrapped, but whatever. So anyway, we got it running through the factory conduit line. I got this all closed off and back on the seat. I got this part here closed off. We're at the part now where we just have to plug it in. So let's find our connector, which is right there next to the yellow one. Should click that in. Gotta wrap it around the other way. Did it click? Yeah, it's in. All right. Cool beans. So before I bolt everything down and get that back together, I am going to turn the key on. Kind of watch the seatbelt light. We're going to test it. What did I do with the key? Alright. And hopefully we didn't mess up anything with the airbag. If the airbag light is on, it could also be a result of maybe there being something bad with that buckle that I got. So here we go. Alright, so the airbag light is off. The seatbelt guy is on. Alright, so let's try to bring this down a moment here. Probably bring this back some. Just enough so we can get to our buckle. There it is. Alright, so we got our new buckle. The seatbelt light will stay on until we buckle it up, so beautiful. Unbuckle. It's back on. Nice. Nice. Alright. So we're done. So now we got a working latch, or working buckle, and all the wiring checks out. We're good. We are good. So now we will close up that thing there, get that thing back in place. I guess there really is no need to zip tie this closed. It's not really going to matter. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this cover here, make sure all the wires are kind of wrapped in there, you know. Try to get that piece of, there we go. Maybe there we go. Snap, snap, snap. There we go. So there's not going to be a need for us to re-zip tie that. And then this guy, there's some studs on the back here. And that's how it's supposed to stay, but I think it's so worn it's just gonna, but it ain't gonna go nowhere. Alright, and then we get the rest of our stuff out of here, and we get these notches back into the floor, and then we just put our seat bolts back in, and we should be good to go. Alright folks, the final chapter, getting our bolts back in. It's gonna start to get tight here in a minute. Yep. Alright, so 2 hands it is. Cool. Alright, the screws are tight. This little box keeps coming off now, but it's not going to go anywhere. There, it's back on the studs. It's probably going to fall off again. Alright, so now I got this thing all messed up. Are you kidding me? I hope it's because I had the door open for so long. Okay. Whew. That was gonna be upsetting. Alright. So there we go. Seats bolted down. Just about all the way back. I know I messed it completely messed it up from my driving position. We don't need this anymore because we didn't pull anything out. Pick up this and that and this and that. Oh yeah, I really messed this seat up. Alright. Get back into our somewhat similar position. I think it was a little further up there. Maybe right there. I feel like the height went up a little too much. Maybe right about there. Alright, and I'm gonna put my seatbelt on because I'm leaving. Not really, I'm just acting like it, you know? Oh, she looks good. There we go. I've done my driving, I come home. Beautiful. Alright, guys. The Saab is living for another day. So I guess overall it really wasn't a bad process. The most annoying thing was probably the whole wire routing, but other than that, it really wasn't that bad to get the seat out. There you go. So let's take this thing out here in a bit. I'm gonna get something to eat. We'll take it out on a quick drive, maybe to the gas station to fill up the tires and to kind of stretch its legs now that I can drive it again. Wow, so I picked up the other one off the ground. I was gonna try to take it apart and see maybe what was wrong with it, but I put my screwdriver in here and the button popped up, and now it looks like it would want to work again. But I also would be afraid to keep using this one, honestly, because if for some reason that thing stayed locked like that, there's a chance that I probably couldn't get out of the seatbelt. So, but that's weird. It seems to be doing fine now. I would plug it in, but I don't want to risk having it actually get stuck. So we're just gonna end up throwing this one away anyway. Yeah, you do not want to. You do not want to have a situation where you can't get into or out of the seatbelt. So if the buckle, starts acting funny, maybe you should look into getting a replacement buckle. Alright, so I got a little bit lazy after we did the seatbelt buckle repair. My plan was to wash all of them today, since it was so nice, but I did one. And it was the Grand Am because, well, I've been driving it the last couple of days and it was the one closest to the end of the driveway. So yep, all ready for summer, or spring I should say. These new or slightly used door garnishes are looking great. She really is a good looking car when she's all cleaned up, man. Ooh. We got a couple of new dents here. See that? I didn't notice that at first. Interesting. I wonder what that was from. Alright. So now we'll take the Saab out. The brakes are looking awful because they've been sitting. The car's been sitting for a month. It's going to make all kinds of noises. I'm pretty sure that tire is going to need pumped up by the little machine that I have in the back here. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the gas station with it. We'll give it a start. I am going to take it to gas because I have no idea how accurate that gauge is, especially with it sitting for so long. This tire looks okay. Yeah, that guy looks a little outward. I'm at least going to fill that one, and then I'll do the rest of them at the gas station. About 10 pounds. That's close enough. Got it at about 32-ish. I think 35 is the number, but we'll get that at the gas station. Oh, look at that. Nice and safe. Man, this right front tire, man, as soon as I tap on the brake, I don't know if you can hear it, but listen. Wow. Hopefully that goes away. Alright everybody, so I put $25 worth of gas in the car. Brought the gauge up to just a hair over 3/4, whether that's correct or not, I don't know. I'm going to run with it for now, but at least I know it's got a little bit of gas, and all the tires are properly set to 35 psi according to the gasoline automated air pump. So that's it. I'm going to go drive this thing just for a little bit, and then I'm going to head home and call it a night. We did a seatbelt buckle. It was actually pretty simple. If you guys enjoyed this video, thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. In the meantime, take care.